Hello everyone, it's Mark Crilley. I'm back again with another video. This one is not going to be a how to draw video. In fact, this one's going to be very different from any video I've done before. Mainly I'm just trying to get out information to any of my YouTube viewers who would like to have the chance to meet me in person. One thing that I do a lot of, and I don't know if everybody knows this out there, is I visit schools and libraries and do presentations, I guess assemblies is one way of putting it, and that may be a way that you guys could meet me in person if you were able to help set up one of these presentations by going to your school librarian. So I just thought I'd sort of tell you a little bit about the presentations I do and how you might play a part in getting me invited to your school. Any of you though out there who are still in school, elementary school or middle school, high school, pretty much any school I'd be happy to speak at. I've actually done quite a lot of this. I've been invited to speak at more than 300 different venues since I started doing public speaking back around 2001, and I just love it. It's a lot of fun, and you know, based on the feedback that I get from the different places where I've spoken, people seem pretty happy with what I do. You see me here doing a drawing of my character Akiko. She's the main character in a comic book story, sort of the first story I ever did that got published and sort of launched my career. And the comic book series got turned into a series of chapter books, and that allowed me to start getting recognized by schools as a sort of legitimate author. If you would like me to visit your school, here's the basic way to do it. First of all, you have to go to your school librarian. It seems to me that generally it's the media specialist at a school that tends to set these things up. Either that or someone with the PTO. But if you go to your school librarian, that person will know how to at least begin to look into this possibility of having me visit your school. Once you've gone to her, or him, whoever it may be, the key thing is to make sure they understand that I'm an author. As you know, here on YouTube, I've sort of presented myself more as a manga creator, and I'm both, really, but I do have the feeling that if you went to your school librarian and said, oh, you know, there's this manga creator that we want you to invite to the school, you know, I don't know if they're going to be so excited about that. Necessarily, the idea of a manga creator is maybe not the first thing on their list for having come to the school. Now, if you describe me as an author, which I am, then that would be more in line with what they traditionally do. Some of you maybe have seen authors come to your school to speak. I know that I've seen some comments on YouTube from actual students at schools where I've spoken here in Michigan. So at least a small fraction of people out there know exactly what I'm talking about because they've actually seen me speak at their school. So the key thing I would say is make sure that if you want to try to do this, if you want to try to get the ball rolling on having me invited to your school, make sure you do describe me as an author rather than as a manga creator or, you know, a YouTube video guy, because I'm not sure that that's gonna make them so excited about having me in. If you tell them that I'm an author, and the truth is my presentations are really built around the fact of getting kids excited about writing, giving advice about coming up with characters, sort of giving them voices, bringing them to life. My presentations are filled with all kinds of advice about writing, which is generally what schools are looking for when they set up an assembly. Of course, most of the people watching me here on YouTube are thinking about how I teach about drawing. And I will maybe talk a little bit about drawing during one of my presentations when I go to a school, but primarily it's about writing, because that's what the teachers, that's what the school really wants. So if you want to get this going, make sure you remember to describe me as an author. I'll show you this is one of my Akiko books from Random House. You can see that it's not a manga series. It's really a straightforward chapter book. Here's another one, the most recent one that came out, Akiko and the Missing Misp. And these are the kind of things, especially if you're in elementary school or middle school, those are the kind of books that they're going to be thinking about. Sometimes when I do these presentations, the school will actually order copies of the books and make them available to the students, and then I'll sign them, personalize them, do doodles and so forth, drawings in each book. And of course, that's a lot of fun for me, and that would be just an added bonus, I suppose, to having me there at your school. If you succeed in setting this up, of course, I'll be happy to sign any books that you have on hand and all that good stuff. So yeah, step one is to go to your school librarian. Now, step two, having described me as an author to them that you would like to have come to the school, I think the next thing to do is to point them towards my website, which is, and I'll try to get it in here, www.markcrilley.com. Make sure you sort of write that down, get the spelling of my name right. Because your media specialist, school librarian, is not going to just suddenly invite me to the school without seeing any, getting any idea of who I am and whether I'm really qualified to speak at schools. They're going to want to check that out. You can be sure of that. And so if they go to my website, there's a page there that is devoted to my public speaking work. And it says public appearances / bio, for like my biography is at the bottom of the page, but they will mainly be interested in getting a sense of what kind of presentations I do, and that page is filled with information about that. It also gives sort of testimonial recommendations from other teachers that have seen me present at their schools. This kind of shows that they were satisfied with what I did. And yeah, I think once they look at that, then they may be convinced that I would be a good guy to have out to your school. So that's basically it. You write down that address, www.markcrilley.com. Go to your school librarian, give them that web address, and tell them to go check out the public appearances section. It's like the fourth thing down on the different pages in my website. And when they have a look at that, they will, they'll take me into consideration as someone that they might come in, invite in to speak at the school. And that's as far as it goes. Now, if you, please don't try to contact me directly if you are a student at an elementary school or middle school. Don't start sending me emails saying, hey Mark, I want you to come to my school, because I can't really set this up directly with a student. It always has to be set up officially through the school. So sadly, it'll be a waste of your time to start emailing me directly about something like this. Go ahead and go to your school librarian and let them handle it from there. I should say that if you live in Michigan, which is where I live, or northern Ohio, that makes it much, much easier to set something like this up, because I can drive to your school. So this video should maybe be of special interest to those of you who live in Michigan or northern Ohio, I would say. Because those schools will be happy to know that I'm fairly local. They won't have to fly me in. Now, that's not to say that everyone else who lives in other parts of the country, or even other countries, that you have to give up on the idea of having me come out for a visit. It just makes it a little more expensive for the people to arrange. But I can tell you that I have had schools I just came back from visiting schools in Wisconsin. That was a lot of fun. And I've been out to California, to Phoenix, Arizona, Now, if your school librarian doesn't go for it, you have one other option, and that is to go to your public librarian. I do speak at public libraries as well, and public libraries do have a budget for bringing in people to do presentations like this. I think it's a little trickier for the public library to pull together the funds to fly somebody like me in to speak, but that's also an option. I mentioned that I had spoken in Phoenix. That was by way of the Phoenix Public Library. So that's also a possibility if you find that your school librarian says, "Oh no, we don't. You know, we don't bring authors in," or "I don't think we can do this for you with Mark Crilley. We're going to have someone else in," or however. If you're looking for another option, your local librarian may also consider the possibility of having me in. So that's about it. That's all I really wanted to do with this video, was to get that information across. And I really do hope that some of you are able to set up something like this, because then I would get to meet you in person, shake your hand, and maybe do a drawing for you and all that good stuff. It would be a real thrill. I've just been really blown away by the support that I've had here on YouTube. And I'd love to meet some of you people face to face, and thank you for all the support you've given me. And maybe I should just sort of wind it down with that information. Good luck talking to your local librarian or school librarian, those of you who decide to try to pursue this. And I look forward to hearing from some of those librarians as in the weeks and months ahead. And hopefully I will be meeting some of you face to face. So thanks for watching this video, and thanks, as always, for your support for all my videos and my books and all that stuff. Next time, of course, I will be doing a much more traditional Mark Crilley how to draw video, but I did want to get this one out there to let people consider the possibility of trying to have me out to their local school or library. Well, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and put the pencil down. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will be back with another one real soon.